Welcome to the Divinely Protected Oracle. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your comments, and shares. We're going to go ahead and do a general message for the collective. Now, this may resonate with your situation or perhaps someone around you. So just place the energy where the shoe fits, take what messages are for you, and leave the rest. So let's see what messages Spirit has for us today. We have Angel of Love. All right. We have All Tied Up. And we have Community. All right, so the numbers 7, 23, or 49 may be significant to you in some way. Some of you may also have a life path number or 7, or someone you're dealing with has a life path number or 7. Okay, we also have addictions here. So some of you may be going through some sort of codependent issues. There may be some restraints. There are also talks about emotional blocks, and this also can speak of any kind of physical addiction, whether it be drugs, alcohol, sexual addictions, food addictions. I mean, anything can be an addiction. There's gambling, there's everything. So you may be all tied up in some sort of a community in regards to some sort of addiction, or this is something that you have moved past, but we'll see. We have Coffin here. So a lot of you, are looking for a new beginning. You want to be liberated from this addiction. You don't want to be involved with that anymore. You also want some sort of transition in your life. Okay, that's great. We have healthy choices here. So a lot of you, want to have some self-care, some self-love. You want to be happier in life. You want to enjoy life. You don't want to be tied to any kind of addictions that you have. And then we also have the Butterfly. And this is talking about evolving as a person, growing as a person, the next phase of your life, healing any inner childhood wounds, and releasing the past. Okay. Now, for some of you, there may be some communities that may be able to help with addictions. Like, for instance, I know that there's, quitting smoking cigarette chats on Facebook that could help. But there's a lot of communities that may be able to help you overcome any addictions that you have. So that way you can get your new beginning. But let's find out what's going on in this situation. Okay, what's going on in this situation with the collective? All right, we have the 8 of Cups in the reverse. So a lot of you feel like you can't walk away from whatever this addiction is. You may be dealing with a Pisces here, doesn't have to be. But this is all about feeling stagnant, okay? Or indecisive, perhaps. Or some of you may be going through some sort of withdrawal from these addictions, okay? So how does the collective feel about this situation? All right, we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. You may be dealing with a Sagittarius, but you're very frustrated. You might be, having some paranoia. You may be very much overwhelmed and defensive, especially if, there was some sort of intervention in the situation, perhaps with family members. You may have been very defensive about the situation, and you may not feel like there's anyone that, you trust that could help you. And then we also have the Knight of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy, but this is also someone who's very dependable, someone who likes routine. So it's very possible this particular addiction may be some sort of habit that you're just so used to doing that you may feel very defensive and think that it's not an actual addiction when it may be. Okay. Now let's see what's going on the other side here. How is this person viewing the connection? Okay, we have the 4 of Swords in the reverse. You may be dealing with a Libra, but this particular person is extremely stressed out. They're very exhausted. They have a lot of restless energy, and they really just need to kind of, find some sort of mental peace and relaxation. They may just be struggling here because they're trying to help you overcome some sort of addiction, and you may be, being very defensive and denying this altogether. Okay. And then we also have the Six of Wands. So you may be dealing with a Leo here, but they see that you can actually overcome this particular addiction, that you're definitely strong enough. You just need to possibly come out of some sort of denial or stubbornness in regards to this addiction. But let's get some more information on this situation. I'm sorry, my nose is a little stuffed up, so that may be significant to someone. Okay, why is this Nine of Wands in the reverse? We have the Four of Wands. Again, this may be family that is concerned about you, because I'm getting more family than anything in this situation. We have the Six of Cups in the reverse. This also could represent new people that are coming into your life that are going to support you in this situation, especially with this community here. Okay, what is this Knight of Pentacles here? We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So this often refers to someone who is materialistic. So it's very possible that you may have some gambling addiction or something that is causing a substantial loss in your finances. So just take that how it resonates. And then we have the Ten of Cups. And I see that this community or your family here really just wants to see you happy. That's what they want for you. But they see you struggling here financially in this situation. And they know that if you were just able to overcome this, accept help, that you'd be happy. And that's all they really want for you. Okay? So why is this Four of Swords in the reverse? Okay, we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse, and that talks about someone who is not going to be able to defend themselves in a situation. In regards to the money, so you cannot deny that you've lost a lot of money due to this addiction. Okay, so what is the Six of Wands here? We have the Sun card here. And that talks about happiness or secrets being illuminated. It's possible that, this family or this community may not have known for a while that, this is what was going on in your situation. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Yes, they thought that you were single, self-sufficient, abundant. They thought you were doing okay financially. But then it turns out that it was illuminated that you were spending all this money on some sort of addiction. And that's really causing them a lot of concern for you. And they just want you to be happy. Okay. So why is this Eight of Cups in the reverse? Why is there this feeling of not being able to walk away? We have the Magician here. So this may be that, you're manipulating your own self into thinking that this is something that you can't walk away from when you can. Okay? We also have the King of Pentacles here. The Knight of Pentacles. And this talks about you need to make a long-term investment in order to be able to walk away from this addiction. So it's not just something that you can fix overnight. It's going to take a lot of time and energy on your part to overcome this addiction, because any addiction, regardless of what it is not easy to overcome. And then we have the Five of Wands. You may even be in conflict with your own self. I feel like for the most part, you're in denial. But when people show you how much it affects your finances and the fact that you can't say that they're wrong, has you really conflicted about the situation. Okay. And then we have the Seven of Swords, and you feel like you can somehow sneak your way out of this. Like, I don't know why I'm getting this energy, but I feel like you feel like you can hide from this situation, or, you know, you're not going to have to put in all this work that's required to actually overcome this. But that's not the case. It's going to take all your strength and effort for a long time to overcome whatever this particular addiction is. And it's definitely not going to be easy. But I also feel this energy of you felt like you've got away with it for so long and people didn't notice that you may be able to get away from it again, or you may be able to, like, say it's cigarettes, right? And you're like, oh, well, maybe I can just have, you know, one cigarette today, and, you know, then I'll go 2 days without a cigarette, and then, you know, maybe I'll sneak another cigarette. Like, I'm getting that kind of energy. Like, oh, you know, maybe I won't have to give it up completely. Kind of like bartering type thing. Like, well, maybe I won't have to give it up completely because of, you know, how much money it costs for whatever this addiction is. Like, I'm really getting the feeling you're like, oh, well, maybe if I just do it, you know, every 2 or 3 days instead of, you know, every day or all day every day, you know, I'll be able to get away with that. And I won't have to put in all the effort it's going to take to overcome this addiction completely by not doing it at all. Okay. And then we have the Four of Cups. And I definitely feel like you don't want to miss this opportunity of being able to overcome this addiction, because when you make healthier choices, you're going to grow and evolve as a person, and you're going to be a lot happier, and you're going to feel very liberated that you're not dependent on a substance or a person or what have you to be able to get through the day. And you'll be able to take all that time and effort that you would have spent, and that money you would have spent on that addiction, and put it towards something else in your future. So this will give you a better future overall. But definitely make sure that you are reaching out to the community, that if you need help in any way, whether it be mental, physical, emotional, you know, any kind of drug addiction, anything, make sure you're reaching out. There's hotlines for everything, and make sure that you get the help you need. But I do see you being able to overcome this, but you cannot be bartering here. You need to fully do it, and that's going to take a lot of strength and willpower from you to be able to accomplish this, because this is not a simple task. Okay, well, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Until next time.